At the
if
time, I thought that that's what the conversation was. But no, I love
yeah.
Pat Mahomes. Okay, that was fun. All right, on to the next topic. We're going to move into a nice Redskins topic here. And it is something that you
Finally,
found was Doug Williams. They're making a movie around him. It's called a biopic or a biopic, however you want to say it. But basically,
biopic, yeah.
a I was kind of more thinking biopic though, because it's like a biography, but in picture form. So right, I guess that's the idea, or like in video form. So it's not like an actual biography, but it's a film version, I guess.
Yeah, it's pronounced biopic, but you're right. It's
Yeah.
basically a biography in video.
Yep. So this is being produced by Will Parker Productions, but and it comes at a time where there's a lot of talk about racial injustice and about a lot about racism, and I think this is a great example to show of like somebody that really went through some crap, went through a time where black quarterbacks were not really a thing. They were not supposed to be quarterbacks. They were inferior and they could not play the quarterback position. And he basically came in and said, "Well, look at me now," you know. And I think it's a great pick. But you grew up in that time. You watched him win the Super Bowl, and you told me about this film. So, what do you think about what's going on here?
Well, and let me say, and I'd be interested to watch it. And I'll be honest with you, I was 23 years old in '87, so I do recall exactly where I was watching that second quarter against Denver. It was at the end of the first quarter. We were down 10-0, and it was like, oh, here we go. And then to just, it was something ridiculous, like 11 plays. I want to say it was maybe even less than that. That they scored 35 points in like 11 plays. It was like one 50-yard plus gain after the other, and it was just like every time you turned around, they were scoring. But in absolute, to be completely honest, and I never, and I'm sure I was naive and didn't understand, but I never looked at Doug Williams as anything other than the Redskins quarterback, and there was never any feeling or anybody that I talked to that I recall where it's like, oh, he's a black quarterback. What do you think about that? So in hindsight, I know that was the conversation, but I all I know is they had one of the most magical quarters ever. That was just everything they did. Timmy, I can't think of his
Smith,
last name, the running back.
Timmy
Even
Smith.
he got like yes, Timmy Smith. You're right. Got like a 50-yard touchdown run. It was just oh, here's a pass touchdown. Oh, here's another pass touchdown. Oh, let's do run a couple. I swear I want to say it was like 11 plays
Yeah.
to get 35 points, and it was exciting. And I did not realize also the trailblazing or the firsts that Doug Williams had being the first African American quarterback drafted in the first round. I didn't realize that until I read up on this once I heard about this movie and
Which,
the
to be
record
fair,
he
he
set.
was drafted by, I believe they said the Buccaneers. He wasn't
Yes,
drafted by the Redskins. So
that is
um,
correct.
you would have probably heard a lot more about it if he was actually drafted by the Redskins instead of
Yeah,
another
he
team.
actually played with the Buccaneers for 3 years, I think it was, and then um, whatever ended up happening about contract or whatever, he left and went to the USFL for a couple of years, and then ended up getting picked up by the Redskins and got back into the NFL. But yeah, he actually left the NFL for a couple of years, and you know, and to think this is funny how different the times are too. That he had set a passing record for a Super Bowl with I think it was 340 yards. That
Mm.
you know, and he had four touchdowns, and of course he was the MVP. But yeah, to think that the passing record at that time in the Super Bowl was 340 yards, and I'm thinking it's got to be upwards of I don't know what the
Well, I
total is
know.
now, but
I think Tom Brady almost threw 500 yards in a loss.
I was going to say that I think it's got to be over 500, but I hesitated saying that because I
Yeah.
wasn't sure. But
Like
yeah,
he threw
that's how
against
much
the Eagles, he threw like some astronomical number and still lost.
Yeah, but I'm telling you right now, I want to say that Doug Williams probably had um, somewhere in the neighborhood of 200 to 250 yards in that second quarter. It was, I mean, there was a 70-yard bomb, there was a 60-yard, but I don't know the exact numbers, but it was like I said, five
It felt
touchdowns,
that way, I'm
four
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they start out 10-0. They end up winning 42-10. Denver at the time was a good. Obviously they made it to the Super Bowl, so they were good. But it was like, okay, now, and the nice part about it is the Redskins were good back then too.
Mm-hmm.
But this was like, okay, this is Denver. This is going to be a
yeah. John
really
Elway
serious.
was there. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And to have them come out and go up 10-0, and then, like I said, the air comes out of your sails a little bit, and then they just in the second quarter, it was like, okay, they flipped the switch or turned on the faucet, and it was like left them in the rear view mirror.
Do you have a preference of who should star as Doug Williams?
No, I know, and we talked about this too. I know he said that a lot of people were saying Denzel Washington. I could see that, although I thought it was interesting that he said Jamie Foxx.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why I don't necessarily, I mean, I think Denzel's got the right stature, but if you listen to Doug Williams talk, Doug Williams is just a good old boy, a little Southern, and you listen to Denzel Washington talk, and he's very serious, and I don't know. Like I said, you listen to Doug Williams talk, and he sounds like
I
don't know. He
think
always
this
sounds
is
like
a classic. I think this is a classic Michael B. Jordan role.
Okay.
From the Black Panther, like that, the
Right.
villain in the Black Panther. I think this is a classic Michael B. Jordan. I think that he'd play a great Doug Williams. I saw him in Friday Night Lights. Like I think
Right.
I think he'd be a fantastic pick to star as Doug Williams, because you got to have a younger guy. Denzel Washington's kind of old. You're not going to put him in a football uniform when he's 20, 22, 23 years old, or whatever it is. Like
Yeah, that's
Doug
a good point. And Jamie Foxx, for that matter, you wouldn't do that. I mean, Jamie's getting up there too. So you're right. They got to find somebody younger. And I don't know. I think that was just a conversation they kind of, caught Doug Williams on there. They were interviewing him, whatever, and say,
I know who they could.
see?
I know who they could do it. Let's pick
What?
Zac Efron.
Yeah.
Let's pick a white dude to play the first black quarterback to win the Super Bowl.
What, are you going to have him in blackface?
What a brilliant idea. No, that would just cause so much uproar.
No, that's what I was saying. Do that and then have him dress up in blackface.
My God. Dress him in blackface in 2020 to play the first black quarterback to win the Super Bowl. Oh,
we'd have more riots.
Oh, see, it's just fun to laugh. Okay, that's funny. Obviously, I'm joking. As I said, Michael B. Jordan would be great, but I think that's just funny to think of. Yeah, let's put a white guy in there to represent the first black quarterback to ever play, to ever win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, go ahead and stir the pot a little bit.
Yeah, that's. What's up, guys? Thanks for watching to the end of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. The like button is on this side for mobile. If you have any of your own thoughts or questions, comment down below. We may just answer it next video. Thanks. See ya.